after that section, I think it goes back and repeats that whole A section again, but instead of ending up coming all the way down like we did before, this time it stops halfway and we go into this little trick lick section, and I'll show you what that is. I go to this section where I'm basically I'm barring the first three strings. Really, you don't need to have all three, but just the A and the fifth and the sixth strings. And I do this thing where I use the back of my nail like a flat pick. Very rock and roll. So it's just and then open. And then I do a lick that I would do in standard tuning, but it sounds really cool in dadgad tuning too. So you bar these two and you play them in at the same time that you play this. That's a straight blues lick, just like you would play in standard, but with these on top. So, and I don't know where that came from, but it just kind of fell out of my hand there because it feels so much like I'm playing in standard tuning at that point. Oh, there's one. Okay. That's a real dissonant chord, but it goes by really quick. Another little rock and roll trick. Put your fourth finger on the first string, third fret. The second string you want to stretch up. Don't stretch up to the note, but have it already stretched. So you're actually stretching down or bending the note before you hit it and then letting it come down. Two different techniques happening there. I'm also bringing my finger under the string to get sort of a poppy, snappy kind of sound. So first it's pre-bent, and then you bend up. But you don't let it come down the second time, you just bend up. And it's real important because if you go, it sounds really hokey. So I like, and let's see, that continues. And there's this other trick lick that right before we go to the next section, it sounds like I'm playing extremely fast when neither hand is really moving that much. So I'm doing this hammer on the fourth string up to the G, followed by the open G string. So my right hand is going to go, but my left hand's going to add in a couple more pull-offs. So I'm pulling off the third fret, third string with my first finger to the open string, and then hitting the same note on the fifth fret, fourth string. And when you do that fast, it just turns into this little fancy lick that sounds way faster than what it is. If you watch my left hand, I'm just bop, 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 bop. And the right hand's just going da 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 da. Neither hand's moving fast. Okay. Let's see. Okay, right here. After this lick, I do a little thing where I just mute the strings and hit with the back of my nail. And then I go to the A, just sort of barred, and I mute right across the bridge bone here and play with the back of my nail. So again, it's like flat picking. And then we're back to the other section. This time I'm going to land on the A and just play the open string, A on the second fret G and the open A. Then I slide up to the 7th fret octave. You can hit this string in between if you want. And then up to the 12th fret. And then whatever that next one is up next to the body. Is that 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19th fret. And the thing that you have to do is, depending on the guitar you have, this one has a nice cutaway that allows me to know that it's right where the cutaway is. But whatever guitar you play, if you have a guitar that comes in here, you're going to have to come over the top to get that like this. You just have to adjust depending on the guitar. So that lick is... And during that, these rings are, these two strings here are ringing during that whole time. Let's see. Then we're back at the beginning of the tune again, and it repeats all those sections, or at least most of them. And then when we get to the ending, there's just an extra little lick that's very similar to the ones you've already learned. The ending lick is, and then that's just half of what we did for the melody. We come back down to this shape. And some of that can be, you know, you can make, if you feel like it's easier to play it slightly different, that's fine, because a lot of this was a tune I wrote for Dream Guitars to demonstrate certain kinds of guitars, and it was really fun to just play these patterns. It's not really one of these songs that's based too much in melody. It's based in patterns and licks, and so have a good time with all those little things, because they're really fun to play. And this one can be impressive when you're playing it for other guitar players, because it does incorporate a lot of technique. So enjoy yourself.